Hey everybody, welcome back. If you're new here, hi, I'm Mercury, and I can't believe I'm saying this. It's time to start packing. Oh my gosh, y'all, I'm going to Paris. I'm going to Paris. I cannot believe it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, y'all. This has been such a long time coming. This is something I've wanted to do since I was a wee little one, and I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm a little nervous because it's like new and new culture and, language barriers and all of that. But I am so excited and I'm feel so lucky that I get to do this. And oh my gosh, it's just about here. So it's the weekend. I have to work in person on Monday. I have to go in and then I fly on Tuesday. So there's going to be a bit of a delay between me saying that and this actually getting up. But yeah, so because I have to work in person on Monday, I won't have time to really pack that day. So I guess that means the time is now, right? So I'm not going to pack everything because there's still stuff that I'm using, throughout the weekend. But I did mention before that I got compression cubes to sort of replace my packing cubes. And I was curious about how much space it'll actually save. So I have all of my clothes that I'm going to bring. I have them all out in a sloppy pile. It's not neat. But I have all my clothes out here. And I have my old packing cubes and have my new compression cubes. I'm going to pack into the packing cubes first. And then I'm going to pack into the compression cubes. And we'll see if they actually make a difference or not, if they actually are space saving and efficient in that way, or if it's just another means of organization. We're going to find out. Let's do a little packing experiment, if you will. Let's do it. So I'm just gonna take a seat down here. My floor is clean. Robot helper back here just finished doing its rounds. So I don't mind. I'm just gonna, counter space is limited here. So I work with what I got. These are the old packing cubes that I had, which have been working pretty good for me. They do, keep everything organized. And I feel like it does save me a little bit of space because they're organized and because it's keeping everything in this like cube shape, right? These are the new ones that I got. I don't know what brand they are. I got them on the interwebs, just look up compression packing cubes. And they were not that expensive. It was like under $20. So the way that these work, you have two sets of zippers. You have this zipper here, which goes most of the way around. But it's just the expansion. See, it's still closed. This is to get it into cube form, right? The other zipper, over here, this zipper is to open it. So, what we're gonna do, we're gonna pack. We're gonna see how full it is, and then we're gonna do the other zipper and squish it down. These ones only have the one zipper, right? So they don't have that extra squishability, as I would call it. New word, squishability. So this is the experiment. I'm going to show you the pile of clothing I have. We're going to put it into the standard cubes first and see what they look like. Then I'm going to put the same clothing into the squishable cubes. We'll see what happens. So here is the clothing pile. I have my towel in case my hair runs because, pink hair. So then this is my outfit for going to the Moulin Rouge. I have my socks, pajamas, pants. Under here is all my shirts. So like I said, my pile is not neat. I will refold these as I go, but yeah, I just kind of like grabbed everything and brought it out here. So this is what we're gonna fit into the cubes. This messy pile. Okay, I guess it's time to create some organized chaos. We're organizing the chaos because it's already organized chaos. I don't know. We're gonna put in the cubes. So these are the standard cubes that I have that I'm gonna be working with here. So I have like a small one. This one is bigger, yeah. So I have a small, a medium, and a large. So we're gonna see how this goes. I'm gonna start, I guess, with the medium. Yeah, let's start with this medium and see what we can get in here. Put these to the side. Okay, let's pack into the medium. So inside that medium-sized packing cube, I'm questioning if I have a wee bit more space. I could probably like get one more item to fit. But I put all of my my shirts, so like my t-shirts, my sweatshirt, my sweaters, all my shirts, with the exception of my blazer and this one sweater. I'm like wondering if I could get this sweater in, but I don't think so. I think the sweater is too bulky for it. So I got all of that and my pajamas into that medium cube. So what's left is my jeans, the blazer and the sweater, socks and undergarments, and my little towel. So I'm gonna see if those, I think they have to go in the large one because of the jeans and the sweater. So we're gonna put those in the large one and see what that looks like. Okay, so this is the packed medium one. And we're pulling over this large one. I feel like it's only slightly larger than the medium. Nice thing with this blazer is it's made of a material that doesn't really wrinkle, so I'm not too worried about it not being packed perfectly. All of that big pile of clothing, once it got folded up and put away, fit in one of these. And this is, you know, for scale, how big it is next to me. This is the medium one. You can tell it's not full. And then this one is the large. You could tell, definitely bigger, and definitely you could see it's pulling a little. It's a little bit more full. But you could also see there's some squish here. So it's sort of, you know, disproportionately full on one side compared to the other, but all of that fit in those two cubes. You know, I'm gonna get a ruler, I'm gonna measure them. Let's do this scientifically. Let's actually do this. So I got my handy little quilting ruler here. So this is the medium one. So just so we know, this is 15 by, let's say, 13. So 15 by 13, and where are we? I'll do it like at the old school scale. So 5. So it's 5 inches high. So that's the medium. And then the big one, this one, about 17 by 12. Six. This one is 6 inches high. Now that we have our scientific numbers, let's unpack that and repack it into the What are you doing, robot helper? Stop. This vacuum is like twitching around behind me. I don't know what's going on. Do you see this? Do you see him? He's not set to go off right now. Are you haunted? Why are you doing this? I don't know where he's going. There's robotic chaos abound. Where are you going? I'm trying to show people packing cubes, robot helper. I'm trying to see about packing, and you're just meandering. Why are you meandering? What are you doing? Y'all, this is my life. This is what happens. I'm gonna take care of this little poltergeist issue and bring it back with the compression cubes. Okay, I got robot helper situated, and hopefully that's the end of the chaos. Hopefully. We'll see. We'll see. Compression cubes. Let's talk about compression cubes. So now we have to unpack what's in these cubes and put them into the compression cubes. Let's see how we do. So these are my compression cubes, and you could tell I have 4 of them compared to the 3. I suspect that this one and that one are going to be the most comparable to the ones that I was using. This one is definitely smaller. And this one, I feel like is similar in size to this, but just shaped differently. Because this one is rectangular and this one is square. But comparable. So, see what I mean? I feel like they're similar. And then this one, similar. So I think this is going to be our test. So I'm going to try to put this into here and that into there. That's what we're doing. So that's the expansion. Okay, so something with these is they don't open like 180. So there's this flap, but there's still fabric here. Whereas these, it opens all the way. So there's definitely an ease of getting stuff into this because it fully opens, where this I'm gonna have to slide in a little bit. The other thing with the compression cubes is I have to sort of pack it to the middle, because for it to compress, it needs space for the zipper to get through. So I don't want to pack the edges too high, but the middle has a little bit more flexibility in that context. So I'm wondering if I should just upside down this so that way I could pack it in the same order and see how we do. I'm trying to keep the playing field as level as I can. Okay, so this is how it packed. And yeah, that was a good guess. It was about the same size. So now, here's the compression zipper, right? So now I'm going to compress this down. Let's see how we do. And what I'm doing, I'm using my finger ahead of the zipper to sort of like clear the path while I'm compressing this. Okay, we're doing it, y'all. We're doing it. There's a little bit of maneuvering, but it's definitely getting trickier as I go. Okay, compressed. Looks like a little pillow. Look at that. Okay, let's measure. So it's a little harder to find the exact edges because, oh, you know what I'll do? I'll put it to the line on my floor like this. And then I could use that to sort of guide. So it's to this line, right? So, okay, we're in that line. And then if I do this, and I lay it flat, right? That is about 12. So it's about the same, right? 12. And now we'll do the same going this way. I'll put it in this line of grout. Okay. Put that there. Okay. And now to this line of grout. 12. And then height. So this one, you could see it's like bulging at the middle. So again, with the apples and apples, I need like, I need like this. Okay, so I have this pen and I could go like that. I should put this way. Okay. There we go. Okay. 5 inches. So it's definitely a little bit narrower on the length and the width. Where it bulges in the middle is about the same depth, but it tapers because the edges are not as high. Whereas in the other cube, it was equally around the same height. Let's do the other cube. Okay, so for just the cube, it was a sort of even flip-flop. So everything that was in here is now in there, and now we have to try to compress it. This one felt fuller. This one definitely felt fuller as I was packing. I felt like I had to be a little more aware of where the edges were. Yeah, see, it's like getting a little tighter over here. I have to do a little maneuvering. And that's the thing, like if you overstuff these, you're not going to be able to compress them. So let's see. Okay, there we go. Just go pat, make it a little flat, and I guess time to measure. Oh, that's not straight. It's 6. So it's exactly the same as when it was packed in the other. So here are the measurements that I wrote down, and I hope I wrote them accurately as I was jotting down the notes. So what I wrote down for the medium cube, we got 14 by 13 by 5. Whereas the medium compression cube, we got 12 by 12 by 5. So that saved 2 inches in one direction, 1 inch in the other direction, but the same thickness. Then for the large one, the regular cube, I got 12 by 17 by 6. And the compression cube, I got 15 by 12 by 6. So one side was exactly the same. One side saved 2 inches, and the depth was the same. So mathematically, it does seem that the compression cubes do save some space. So that is my scientific assessment of these compression cubes. So one thing I will say, because of how I had to sort of like tap the cubes and like maneuver them to get the compression down, if you're using this for anything that wrinkles, I highly suspect things are not gonna lay flat and will get wrinkled using compression cubes. Unless you really do not pack them as much as I did. Like if there was like less than what I did, like if there was maybe a third less clothing in it, then it might not have been that situation, but then it's not really compressing, and then it's not really making a big difference versus a regular cube versus the compression cube. So I think there's that bit of trade-off. My clothes, I wear very easy, casual type of clothing that don't tend to wrinkle. So I am not at all concerned about wrinkling. I'm more concerned about saving space. So because that was the priority, I think for me, the compression cube is definitely the space saver, but it is sort of like, you know, a nominal amount of space. It was like an inch here, an inch there, but if I wasn't checking luggage and I was trying to do this all in carry-on, an inch here and an inch there make a big difference in terms of saving space for suitcases. So on those shorter trips where I'm not checking bags, I think it's a bigger win than if you're doing check luggage. And also, like, this is just for me traveling. If it was more than just me traveling and we were fitting multiple people's stuff in one suitcase, that might be something different also. So if you're packing for multiple people in one suitcase and you need to save a little bit of space, that's another reason to do it. So, compression cubes. I think for me, it's a win. I think this is great. I'm excited. And my first bunch of stuff packed for my trip. So I guess with that, I am done. I can't do my toiletries yet. I can't do my carry-on bag yet because it's all stuff I'm still using. So as we get closer and closer, you know, it's like, it's one of those things like when I use it for the last time before the trip. So it's like, if I shower the night before the trip and I know I'm not going to shower the day I travel, you know, and I'll shower when I get there, right? Or whatever the case may be. Like, that's when the shampoo and the conditioner and the bathtub stuff get packed. So little by little. And what I do, well, I don't have it near me. I have, oh, no, that's not it. I have a little toiletry bag from this set, and I keep it in the bathroom for the few days leading up to travel. And as I start not needing things, they start going into the little travel bag. So that's just my little Mercury tip for that. But I guess overall, I am done for the day. I'll see you all real soon. And we're going to Paris. And until then, stay inspired by everyone. Take care.